It's important to understand that Sigma men possess an innate ability to comprehend the needs of others, whether it be their customers or colleagues. This attribute contributes significantly to their triumphs in their respective professions. To achieve success as a Sigma, it's crucial to have an acute awareness of oneself and to harness one's own personality traits and strengths to pave the path towards a prosperous career. If you identify as a Sigma, incorporating these 10 daily habits into your routine can help steer you towards your desired accomplishments. 1. Allowing yourself sufficient time for contemplation is paramount. Sigma males, in particular, require solitary moments to process information and devise solutions or generate ideas. They produce their best work when they can fully immerse themselves in it for uninterrupted hours on end. Unfortunately, this is not the standard in most workplaces. Nevertheless, given that this inclination permeates every facet of life, it is imperative to establish a designated period for uninterrupted thinking as a part of your daily routine. Create a tranquil space in your home office or seek out a quiet coffee shop where you can retreat for some time each day, free from disturbance. Whatever it takes to grant your mind the freedom to wander without interruption. 2. As an individual with Sigma characteristics, you likely possess a combination of ambition and goal orientation. However, your goals may not always have a clear path to completion and may be broad in scope. To achieve these goals, it is important to prioritize enjoying the journey and making the most of the experiences you encounter along the way. Neglecting to take breaks and indulge in hobbies or socializing with friends can lead to burnout, which ultimately hinders progress towards success. Remember that life should be just as much about the quality of experiences you have as it is about achieving specific milestones. Prioritizing fun and balance in your life will help ensure that the ends justify the means. 3. For those who possess Sigma traits, independence and introversion are hallmarks of their personality. Attempting to collaborate with those who constantly demand their attention can prove to be a significant source of distraction. As private individuals, Sigma individuals often keep their emotions close to the vest, and may find themselves being taken advantage of by coworkers or superiors who fail to respect their boundaries. However, this is not the fault of the Sigma individual. To combat this, it is important for Sigma men to carve out time for themselves, particularly after completing major projects or events. Prioritizing sleep and using self-imposed isolation as an opportunity for reflection can be incredibly restorative. It is valuable to consider what went well in the project or event, what could be improved upon in the future, and what has been learned about oneself throughout the process. Ultimately, giving oneself some space is crucial for those who possess Sigma traits to maintain their productivity and overall well-being. 4. Individuals who possess Sigma traits often have a strong opinion about almost anything and everything, particularly in areas of expertise or deep personal interest. Their highly analytical minds can quickly identify flaws in others' arguments, making them a valuable asset in practical matters. Sigma males are generally confident in their thoughts and ideas, which can come across as confrontational or abrasive when challenged. However, this is not typically their intention. Despite this, it is crucial to remember that Sigma individuals see the world from a unique perspective. By articulating their beliefs and explaining why they are relevant to the big picture, even in the face of disagreement, they can earn respect and consideration from both co-workers and superiors. Ultimately, being able to present one's thoughts and ideas clearly and persuasively is a key skill for individuals with Sigma traits. 5. Individuals with Sigma traits prioritize truth above all else, even when it is difficult to confront. While it may appear that they are constantly analyzing others, the truth is that Sigma individuals hold themselves to the highest standards and expect the same from those around them. However, self-awareness can be challenging for many individuals, including Sigma males, as it requires admitting mistakes and shortcomings. Nonetheless, being honest about both strengths and weaknesses is crucial. Those around a Sigma individual will appreciate their authenticity and will strive to live up to their expectations. Ultimately, the ability to be honest with oneself and others is a valuable trait that can foster trust and respect in personal and professional relationships. 6. Individuals with Sigma traits are skilled listeners who approach conversations with a positive and warm attitude, making them likable and interesting to others. They enjoy discussing abstract concepts like futurism, big picture strategy, social science, and technology, making them fascinating at business functions and networking events where such topics are relevant. However, it's important not to become pigeonholed into only discussing theoretical ideas. Once relationships have been established, it's appropriate to ask for guidance or favors during informational interviews. Nevertheless, it's important to keep in mind that networking is a two-way street, and individuals with Sigma traits should avoid taking advantage of others who are willing to help. Ultimately, networking freely but carefully is a key trait for individuals with Sigma characteristics, as it can lead to valuable professional connections and opportunities. 7. Individuals with Sigma traits often recharge their batteries by spending time alone, and they can feel overwhelmed in highly energetic social settings that interfere with their ability to think clearly. Although they may be interested in casual conversation and building connections with coworkers during lunch or after work, most Sigma men prefer to retreat to their office where they can focus on projects without distractions. This preference for solitude might be perceived as disinterest or aloofness to those around them. However, it's important to note that Sigma individuals typically don't seek out social invitations unless they see how it will benefit their career or other goals. For introverts who struggle with similar misunderstandings, it can be helpful to initiate small talk with coworkers occasionally and allow them to get to know the real you. Embracing your introversion and finding ways to connect with others on your terms can be a valuable strategy for success in the workplace. 8. In the world of Sigma men, attention to detail is key. They are naturally gifted at seeing the big picture, but they also have a sharp eye for important details. Even if no one else seems to care about the small things, Sigma men understand their significance and take the time to pay attention to them. By doing so, they gain the respect of their superiors and colleagues who recognize their ability to notice and address relevant details without being prompted. This level of attentiveness can be invaluable in preventing mistakes or mitigating their impact. So, remember that every detail matters and your meticulous approach to work can make all the difference in the end. 9. Sigma men often prioritize rationality and logic over personal connections, making it challenging for them to engage with unfamiliar people on a personal level. They tend to be introverted and reserved, sometimes finding socializing too much effort. Unfortunately, this trait can hinder their chances of seizing opportunities that could enhance their careers or personal lives if they fail to network and socialize as much as their counterparts. Paradoxically, building relationships is an essential skill for Sigma men, as it affects all aspects of their lives, including career growth and finding compatible long-term partners. 10. As a Sigma male, it's important to remember that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Although they value their alone time and may find it difficult to express their emotions, it's essential to reach out to a trusted friend or family member when feeling discouraged or uncertain. Bottling up emotions can only lead to explosive outbursts or prolonged periods of negative self-talk. Despite their introverted tendencies, Sigma males need and appreciate the support of others, particularly those who share similar interests and aspirations. While it may be tempting to emulate extroverted behaviors to fit in, it's important to remember that everyone has a softer side that requires care and attention. We are social creatures by nature, and seeking out human interaction and support is vital for our well-being. In conclusion, Sigma males are a unique and often misunderstood group of individuals who possess many valuable traits that can benefit both themselves and those around them. By embracing their introversion, paying attention to details, seeking truth and connecting with people, Sigma men can become highly successful in their personal and professional lives. Additionally, by reaching out for support when needed and being honest with themselves and others, they can overcome challenges and achieve their goals. While it may not always be easy for Sigma males to navigate social situations or express their emotions, recognizing their strengths and weaknesses can help them to lead fulfilling and successful lives. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video and tell us in the comments what you think of the video, and as always, keep grinding. Peace.